Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. A big round of applause for our MC, Brother Omar Nasimi, alhamdulillah. Great job in the presentation. And as you could see, it is Adam's product. Allahu Akbar. This is the generations we're trying to promote. Imam Magid and I are here today to specifically highlight the purpose of our coming here tonight. But before I go any further, I want to remind you a message from one of our pioneers that I learned from him, and alhamdulillah, I cherished, and I carried that throughout my entire journey with the Adam Center. Back in the days when we were in Grove Street, Dr. Ahmed Tutunji, one of our pioneers, alhamdulillah, he was the chairman of the board of Adam Center then. I asked him a question that there are other masajids, alhamdulillah, there are one or two in Northern Virginia, who have been becoming the communities at that time. They're building the infrastructure, whereas we are, alhamdulillah, doing a lot of work, but we don't have any infrastructure to pray. Thanks to Triple IT for giving us their facility at Grove Street that we have, alhamdulillah, been able to use it for a long time. So I asked Ahmed Tutunji, why are we not even having a facility yet? And others have that, but alhamdulillah, we're a strong community. And he gave me a message that I carried forward since then. He said, Brother Moktadir, we at Adam Center are not in the business of building buildings. We are in the business of building communities. Alhamdulillah, that message resonated, and as you could see from Omar's presentation, Allahu Akbar, that is building the community that we are here today. Alhamdulillah, from those small community in Grove Street and before the basement and others, we are a 35,000 plus strong, with 96 khatibs who are giving a khutbah and so on, as Omar mentioned. But that community had a broader vision, and that vision was our founder. So today, I thank all of you for planting that seed. Many of you are with us today, thank you. And those who are not here, Imam made the dua earlier, may Allah bless them the highest place in Jannah. Today, as we build the community, continue to build this community, alhamdulillah, needs the facilities to do their job. But how does it relate to what we are doing here, bringing our youth, all the programming, and what is happening around the globe, and what is our impact? I'd like to ask Imam Magid to specific question, Imam Magid, how do you relate that to our efforts in America? But what is happening across the world, especially these days? What is happening, that affects all of us collectively, emotionally, at the dinner table, at the schools, at the in mosque, everywhere. How do you relate that? How do you connect it, Imam Magid?
Thank you very much, Brother Syed Moktadir, our president. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. I gave khatira last night at Adam Center, and I was talking about the importance of building communities. And in order for us to influence anything outside of this room, outside this community, you have to build a strong community. You know the slogan, think globally but act locally. By building our masajids, by preserving the Muslim identities of our youth, by preserving generations of Muslims, would be able to help our brothers and sisters in Gaza, our brothers and sisters, the Rohingyas, the Uyghurs. And that's why when Yusuf alayhi salam was asked to help people of Egypt, he knew that his help was going to beyond Egypt. And it extended to his parents. When we do more work in America, will influence the rest of the globe. It's amazing that the founders of this community, from day one, they realized that this community has to be an open community, have to reach our neighbors and people around us. And today you see many people of other faith went to the streets of America, of Washington, New York, Ohio, speaking on behalf of our brothers and sisters in Gaza, asking for stopping of the killing of the civilians, because building relationship matters. Therefore, as we gather here tonight, we offering all of these programs at Adam Center, we are speaking on behalf of all of those around the world that they need our voice. But we need to build a very strong communities. Tonight, as you build Leesburg and Gainesville, trust me, you will impact the entire Muslim Ummah because charity begins at home. Alhamdulillah, our community was very generous. We have petitions, our politicians, on behalf of our brothers and sisters. We have donated money for our brothers and sisters in Gaza. We have made dua and qiyamul layl and tahajjud because we are the community that cares, because our brothers and sisters around the globe. But I would like you tonight, by building these communities, by establishing this masajid, you're going to influence and impact all the Muslims around the world. But let us do it together, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. I want to thank our shuyukh, because they're my colleague, our shuyukh, Sheikh Yasir, Sheikh Abdul Rahman, and our ambassador, the amazing brother, Ibrahim Rasul, and all of those who are joined us today. And by the way, the other day I was talking to brother Riza of Shar about the unity of Muslims, that if we have it right here in America, get united, then the other people can learn from us as well. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah khair, Imam Magid, for the reflection of how we connect our efforts and the broader efforts in the world. Alhamdulillah, my brothers and sisters, just for that, we need to build our centers. Not building buildings, but building the communities that can have the impact, not only here, for all the things that Brother Omar was presenting earlier, that Adam Center do best, but also all the things that Imam Magid just mentioned, the impact in the national stage in American Muslim discourse, as well as the world stage as a global village, alhamdulillah. The Gainesville, alhamdulillah, I want to mention that. Those of you who are there with us at the permit SUP discussions, almost 2,000 people came, and that's the strength of your community. That's the strength of your community, my brothers and sisters, that you are supporting. 2,000 people almost came to show solidarity with the project in Gainesville to make sure they get their permit. Takbir. Inshallah, the purpose of Gainesville Masjid is doing the same thing that we continue to do across all Adams. You will have the very thing that we are doing here, inshallah, in Sterling and elsewhere, we'll have that Omar has presented. Leesburg, alhamdulillah, it is a blessing that we have. Over the last 1 year alone, Leesburg's programming grew more than double. They have one of these soccer games that you don't have elsewhere, that at night in Adam Center, not indoors, but outdoors. Alhamdulillah, this is the strength and value of our community. But as we build our youth, our own shuyukh and our own resources internally, we are mindful of the people elsewhere. So Imam Magid tonight gracefully also approved and accepted, and the board also concurred with us that a extra support for the people in Gaza. I want Imam Magid to announce that, inshallah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, we're going to give another $50,000 from Adam Center to the money already collected for the brothers and sisters in Gaza, inshallah.
So that brings us, my brothers and sisters, we cannot do enough for people of Gaza. But before we start our fundraising, we want to make sure we don't forget the critical need of the people in Gaza, inshallah. While we need to build our masajids, our centers, to be impactful for the causes in Gaza and elsewhere, we must also contribute to their causes. Inshallah, so far we have given UNRWA $200,000 from your collection. We have already given them $200,000 that has already been distributed for Gaza purposes since the war broke. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Inshallah, this week, that's our commitment. That's our commitment. This week, with that $50,000 from our funds, of Zakah funds, we will distribute another $250,000 for Gaza purposes, inshallah. That is your money you have already given, plus our money that, inshallah, from collected. All of that, your money, alhamdulillah. Another $250,000, inshallah. We want to make sure we commit for people of Gaza before we start fundraising tonight. So let us focus fundraising to build our Gainesville, to build our Leesburg, but we want to make sure we don't forget Gaza, inshallah. Another 250,000 from your collection that already happened, inshallah, will get distributed this week to Gaza. With that, let us build the masjid. And I would like to ask Brother Omar Nasim, inshallah, take us for the next level so we can raise that money that we need with the target we have. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.